Hi, and welcome back to Purple Collar Life. If you'll recall, one of the reasons that I wanted a bigger tractor like this 3039R was because we do a lot of firewood work. I like to stack it in these IBC totes. I made a video about the primary reasons I like the IBC totes for firewood storage. I'll put a link to that video down below in the description and up above. But as you know, our 2210, the little John Deere subcompact tractor, can do a lot of amazing things. What it cannot do is lift a tote full of our Pennsylvania hardwoods. I have not yet tried lifting this tote with this tractor. If this is a fail, this is a pretty big fail, because this is one of the main reasons I wanted the bigger tractor, and one of the main reasons I chose the 3039R that has the 320R loader. Now this will lift almost a full ton at the highest point on the pivot pin. People will say they know exactly what an IBC tote of firewood weighs, but all IBC totes of firewood are not equal. This is Pennsylvania hardwood. This is oak. This is about as heavy as it gets, and this is not the smaller 275-gallon IBC tote. This is the large 310-gallon IBC tote, so it's a little bit taller, holds a little bit more wood, and you can see I've actually got it overflowing here at the top. So this will be a real test if the 3039R with that 320R loader can lift this. I don't need to lift it to full height. I just need to lift it off the ground enough to move it around safely and feel secure. With the 2210, and we've made videos about this in the past, I could actually only fill it to about right here, which was probably about the 275-gallon mark of the smaller IBC totes. But I've always had these 310-gallon totes. So this one we filled clear up to the brim, and we'll see, can we lift it and does it feel secure with the bigger tractor? And we will note that I do have a plan B. This has the Titan pallet forks on it that came with this tractor when I bought it used. I've got the Artillion pallet forks that are currently on the 2210. The Artillion forks, one of their advantages, they're very lightweight. So the frame is lighter, the forks are lighter, and if this has trouble, if it struggles, I can actually shave off about 100 pounds by switching to my Artillion forks. That's what I love about them on the 2210. Since the 2210 doesn't have a great lift capacity, the ability to have a lighter weight set of forks lets me lift more stuff. I mentioned in a previous video that I cannot see the front of the forks because of the hood of the 3039R. This is as low as I can go to still see the tips. So I'm driving closer to get these tips lined up while I can, and then as I lower this, I will lose visibility of the tips. We'll see how close I can get them to lining up in the fork pockets in the IBC tote. I also wanted to mention, I've been wearing these rubber coated gloves a lot for firewood work. It keeps the splinters from coming through. Lately, these are what I've been wearing the most for firewooding. Not the perfect firewood glove, but this time of year where it's not super cold out and the wood is really wet from laying on the ground, these have been a good solution. I'll put an Amazon link down below in the description if you'd like to pick up. You can get like a whole bunch of pairs of these for a pretty good price. So I'm still learning where those forks are when I can't see them in front of the tractor. Made this little dent here in the front of the IBC tote as I was trying to line the fork up with this fork pocket. You can also see I have the plastic bottom on this one. I prefer the IBC totes with the plastic bottoms. They're sitting on wet ground here at our house. The metal bottoms rust out pretty quickly. This holds up better. But you can see they're starting to collapse a little bit under the weight of all this oak. So maybe this oak weighs more than what the bladder inside it of fluid would have weighed. I'm also noticing my floor is collapsing here. So I may have overloaded this thinking that this would, you know, I don't usually fill them all the way up because I've never been able to move them full. This one I filled all the way up. Maybe it's overloaded. Leave a comment down below. Can you put hardwood 300-gallon tote full, or does it destroy your totes? I want these totes to last me for decades. I don't want to destroy them. This is a great point in the video to click that thumbs up if you're enjoying the video. Leave a comment down below before we even test it. Do you think this tractor will be able to pick up and safely move this tote full of green, freshly split Pennsylvania hardwood oak? I will be wearing my seatbelt. I do have the ROPS up just in case. So this is a true test. I have not tried to lift this yet. Now I'm gonna make a couple slight adjustments here that's actually gonna make this harder to lift. I've got some pieces of wood here in the front that are above the front of the cage, and as I tilt back, I don't want these sliding off and potentially bouncing off something and messing up my new to me used tractor. So I'm gonna put these out here, which actually makes this harder to lift, because the further the weight is away from the pin, the more difficult it is to lift. I'm gonna move some of these ones that are on that front edge a little bit. Now, just like we talked about with the 2210, you have more power curling than lifting. So I'm going to curl this back towards me a little bit first to get the end of the tips lifted up, and that'll help me hopefully be able to lift this all off the ground. This is a true test to see if the tractor I bought with the intention of being able to move these totes of firewood can actually do what I want. Now I need to point to the back end here. On the back of the tractor, I do have the Frontier box blade for some ballast weight, but my tires are still not loaded. And I have noticed, even when I'm hauling rounds of firewood in the bucket, that the back end can get a little light, even with the box blade on the back. I need to get these rear tires loaded, so we won't press things today. If we feel squirrely once we lifted that off the ground, we will either put the land plane on because it weighs a little bit more than the box blade, or we'll wait until we get these tires filled up. Test number 1, 310 gallon IBC tote full of Pennsylvania hardwood oak. Okay, it lifted it pretty easily. In fact, I could have kept going up. It wasn't like the tractor stopped. I stopped it because I like to keep that heavy load pretty low. I've noticed the front tires are pretty squatted and the back tires are just barely making contact. I've currently got it in 2-wheel drive. We'll see if those back wheels spin because there's not enough weight back there. If so, we'll put it in 4-wheel drive to back out of here. Can it lift it? Absolutely yes. Can it move it safely? No. We're gonna need more ballast. We need more weight on the back end. These rear tires need loaded, and maybe even something other than the box blade back here for additional weight. I think getting the rear tires loaded will help out a lot because these are some big and wide tires. They should hold over 40 gallons of fluid in each tire. So depending on which ballast we use, we did a video all about liquid ballast. So I'll put a link to that video up above and down below in the description. But obviously we're gonna need that because as soon as you start moving with this load, you could see things got squirrely there on the back. You know, the front axle is made to pivot, so it doesn't give you any stability side to side. As the tractor starts to lean, it would let it totally lean. the back axle has to stay on the ground for your stability. Now this ground is wet right now, it's muddy, and part of my concern was, as I back up, the front tires are gonna dig in more and more, the back end might get more and more squirrely. So I have a couple choices right now. I could take part of the wood out of this tote and then move it around just like I always did with the 2210. I could wait until I get some liquid ballast in those tires, but I don't know when that project's gonna take place. I've got to get authorization to buy that much liquid ballast if I'm buying washer fluid at Rural King. We used Rural King windshield washer fluid in the tire for the Ford 8N. It only took 27 gallons and I had to get pre-approved to buy that much because they don't like you taking their entire stock of windshield washer fluid from the store. So I'm gonna have to call in, talk to the manager, see about getting 80 gallons of windshield washer fluid, figuring out how I'm gonna haul that home, and then figure out a time that I can make a video about installing that liquid ballast into the tires. The other option is I could have someone come and put the rim guard or some type of a beet juice or other liquid ballast in these tires that weigh a little bit more per gallon than the windshield washer fluid does. Jennifer and I just split this firewood a couple weeks ago. This is still very green wood. This is when it's the heaviest. As it seasons out, it will actually become lighter. This tote will be lighter for me to lift up and move around in about 6 months to a year than it is right now. But right now, this thing's totally full, over the top, with green wood, some of the heaviest wood being Pennsylvania hardwoods like hickory and oak. That's what makes the biggest challenge for moving these big totes around. I'm so glad to know the 3039R with the 320R loader has the capability to lift it. What I don't have the capability to do right now though is safely move it, at least not on uneven terrain that's wet and muddy. Here's another thing I just noticed. My forks are not in all the way. You want these forks up against the tote. So let's readjust, but I've already decided this might be a shorter video than I had intended, but I'm going to readjust and then slide this tote back up where it was. I don't want to risk tipping the tractor over in a video about does it have the ability to lift this tote. Seat belt for safety, and the roll bar is up. The other thing we can see as we take a good look at this tote of firewood, Jennifer did a great job packing it. You can see there's very little airspace in there. There's a lot of splits of wood in here. So this is about as heavy as we would ever lift. Green, oak, packed really well and ready to move. This tote of cherry would be much easier to move. Cherry isn't quite as heavy as oak is. How much does an IBC tote full of wood weigh? It really depends on how green it is, how recently it's been split, how big the pieces are, how well it's stacked inside the tote. There are a lot of variables. So one person's full tote might weigh a different amount than another person's full tote. And like we mentioned, there are different size totes also. It also really depends on what type of wood is inside the tote. This is cherry. Like I said, it'll be lighter weight than the oak. That one beside it is more oak. Here's that mixed bag tote I was talking about. You can see over here we've got some wood that is probably sassafras, or actually it might be crabapple because there was a crabapple tree here. Leave a message down below if crabapple makes good firewood. Now I know it makes really good flat tires, but does it make good firewood? So we've got some cherry in here, some oak, and some crabapple. So this is one of those videos that didn't go exactly how I had expected. I was hoping to move all these totes over to the side. I need to do another project right here, which you will see in a future video. We've got lots of exciting things happening on the channel. You're gonna find out about those in future videos. So if you're not already subscribed, consider clicking that subscribe button and the bell so you get notified when we put out new videos. For now, I'm gonna leave these here. I'm gonna let the ground dry out a little bit. I'm gonna let this wood dry out a little bit. I really hate handling it multiple times. I filled it up on purpose because I wanted to make sure this tractor could lift everything we needed to lift. Now we know it can lift it, but I gotta get some weight in those tires. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative and entertaining, please give us a thumbs up. Leave those comments down below. Were you right in your guess about whether or not this tractor could lift it? Yes, it can, but I can't move it yet. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll see you again the next time.